Hey Leute, willkommen zurück zu Let's Play The Legend of Heroes, Trace of Cold Steel. Das letzte Mal sind wir stehen geblieben, nachdem wir Kapitel 2 abgeschlossen haben. Jetzt geht's weiter.
It was the middle of June.
Yep.
With summer well underway, a rainy spell seemed to hang over Trista. With our field study wrapped up, the other members of Class 7 and I returned to normal school life. But just when we thought we'd gotten used to the challenging lessons and the breakneck workload, a moment of dread washed over us, making our blood run cold.
Abschlussprüfung? Die Abschlussprüfung midterms.
As you all know, tomorrow marks the start of your midterm exams.
Yeah.
I'm no good with all these papers and essays and circling answers, so I won't really be able to help you much. But I'm administering some of your tests, so I'll be cheering you on from the sidelines. Make me proud, class!
Sometimes I lie awake at night and wonder how you became our teacher.
As I recall, aren't you in danger of a lecture by the vice principal if our performance isn't up to par?
Oh, I'm not too worried about that. Most of you tend to get pretty high grades anyway. I can hardly wait to see how well you all do. Remember, the results will be announced next Wednesday. Your scores will be posted on the board by rank, so you can see how you compare to the other classes in your year.
Oh, the sooner this week is over, the better.
I can almost taste the tedium.
I'm not gonna let Emma squeak by me again this time.
Oh, one more thing. They're gonna stick the average score for each class up there on the board, too.
Okay.
Our class averages?
I suppose their intent is to furnish us with motivation in the form of class bragging rights.
Well, I do enjoy a challenge.
Anyway, I know it's only noonish, but I think that's enough homeroom for today. You guys can stay here and study, or just head on back to your dorms. Up to you. Prez, if you'll do the honors.
Yes, instructor. Stand, bow.
Gee, what should I do? I could stand to bone up just about anything, honestly, but my biggest worry right now is math. I wouldn't mind doing a few study sessions with you if you think it would help. I need to review math anyway. I'm not sure how much time I'll be able to spare, though. You made it, that'd be a huge help. The biggest weak spot is ceremonial history, I guess. I doubt this comes as a huge surprise to anyone. I think I understand all the material we've gone over directly in class, but there are some finer points. I can aid you with that if you'd like. Though in return, I appreciate a fresh pair of eyes to help revise my military science essay. It'd be my pleasure. Would you like to study Fifi? I guess so. Oh, would you two mind if I jumped in too? I could use a little refresher on my classics. Of course, you're more than welcome. Would you like to join us, Laura? No, I appreciate the invitation, but I have to pass this time. There's a subject I need to review in private. I'll see you all later. Huh? What's up with her? Maybe it's just reading too much into it, but I could have sworn I saw her looking over at Fee. Hey, Reem. Yeah? What is it? You're heading back to the dorms? You're totally welcome to come study with us if you want. Wasn't planning heading straight back. I might come and join you guys a bit later. Yeah. Alright then. Perhaps we'll see you later. The exams are free. Talking to certain characters will allow you to study with them. Yes, when you run out of bonding points, the time of the day will change. Evening remains several events. Ja, das heißt, wir müssen unsere Bonding Points jetzt benutzen zum Lernen, um die Bonus-AP zu bekommen. Muss ich nochmal kurz nachgucken. Ich habe es eigentlich nicht gedrückt, aber egal. Wen wir noch holen können, also mit dem wir eben studieren sollen. Das ist immer ein bisschen... Ich habe angezeigt auf der Karte, mit der du studieren kannst. Das nächste. Ah, okay, ja, ja. Teilweise mit den Bonding Points. Teilweise. Aber ich habe eine genaue Liste, mit der wir reden sollen, müssen, tun. Wir gucken jetzt aber erstmal nach Büchern. Maybe. Das ist was anderes. Wo habe ich denn? Fishing List. Fischen kann man, glaube ich, nicht. Welchen Tag haben wir heute? Den 15.06. I mean, Issue 3 könnte man dann kaufen in Bookstore, Campus Store und sowas. Chapter 3 ist erst am 27. Gut zu wissen. Imperial Chronicles. The Storm hat ein. Okay, das heißt, das nächste Ding von den Kanälen kriegen wir entweder bei Kill oder Mord rein.
Right.
Also das ist wurscht. Und okay, das nächste von den Bony Folklore ist erst. Ist jetzt hier. Sports Beyond Tradition. Das heißt, wir gehen erstmal in die Library. Genau. Und dann haben wir Sports. Horse Racing, yes, Tennis, Lacrosse, Swimming. Okay, Quests haben wir erst in ein paar Tagen, 20. Was bedeutet zum Lernen? In no specific order. Mal sehen, ob das Bonding Points verbraucht oder nicht.
Right.
Sehen wir dann schon. Also als erstes Instructor Thomas in the Library. Also. My guy. Oh, hello there. Did you come along to review some of what we covered in class? Actually, I was just passing by. Oh, come now, there's no need to be shy. Now when it comes to history. Let's get started, shall we? Why don't you go over every little thing that might pass you comment on your exam? This sounds like it could be helpful if I can actually stay awake. Okay, als nächstes. Political Economics, a primer. On second floor library, da hinten. Oh, hi, kitty cat. Why did I manage to get in here? Oh, I guess I must have been looking for someone to get out of the rain. Tastes like fresh milk, right? Maybe it may make you happy. Next time I get someone, bring it along. This is... Political economics, a premise, it's primarily on the shelf. Given the subject matter, this book is really accessible. This would probably make for a good refresher. Okay, military science, a primer on the bench in the gym. Da. This once well-written book, the illustrations really bring things to life too. Wait a second, this probably belongs to someone. Nobody would leave a book like this behind, so I'm sure they'll be back soon. I'll just leave this here. So, dann muss ich zum Main Building Entrance. Weil da ist Becky. Du bist Becky. Becky. Shut it, Hugo. I'm not taking any advice for you. I can memorize everything on one go the night before. Becky. You won't be able to remember anything that way. Strict memorization is to study up just before you go to bed. When you wake up, you review everything once more to see the deal. It's easy, it's efficient, and best of all, it works. I guarantee it. You should try it too, Reen. Might as well give it a shot, thanks. Infirmary. Da drüben, oder? Hier. This would be your first midterms, won't they? I have to admit, I'm a little nervous too. This is the first time I've come up with questions for them. You should be fine as long as you study up on everything we've covered in class. Don't be afraid to ask questions either. There are a couple of art history things I needed cleared up, actually. Oh my, students really relying on me for a pleasant surprise. Art evolved in very complex ways during the Middle Ages, you see. Yep. Dann Orbital Science Instructor in the East Hall of Main Building 1F. Da bist du. You probably noticed already, but the faculty lounge is off limits while exams are going on. If you want to see a teacher, you've got to knock on the door and ask. You got something you want to ask me? Yes. I've actually got an Orbital Science question to ask you. Figures, show me what's got you stumped, I'll get you up to speed. Yep. Fancy guide to Rabonia, opera and painting in the music room, main building, second floor. So, wer ist der Music Room? Ich auf der anderen Seite. Das sind Gaius. Oh, da ist er. Da. Fancy guide to Rabbinian opera and paintings. Why would the book cover such different topics? Still, it'll probably cover some of the stuff on our exams. Wouldn't hurt to give it a read. Yep. Increased my knowledge. So, dann Rooftop mit Beryl. I love the rain. Let me let you in on a little secret. I don't even need to study thanks to a special little trick of mine. Page 44 will be on our Orbital Science exam. This is certain. This is fate. You're just making things up now. But what if she does have some sort of special powers? I mean, it couldn't hurt to study that page, just in case. Student Union Building mit Linde. Studying is so boring, but reading here might make things interesting. In fact, I've got a great idea. Why don't we have a little Q&A competition? Every time someone gets a question wrong, they have to take off an article of clothing. Seriously? I'm not doing that. Never in a million years. Okay, we guess we won't be studying it at all then. That's not what I meant. As long as everyone keeps their clothes on, I'm fine with helping you to study. It'll probably help me too. So, dann muss ich noch ein Buch lesen. Das ist der Literature Club. Der ist da oben, aber kann ich auch hin? Nope, kann ich nicht, ich muss hinlaufen. Okay. Literature Club. Da ist Literature Club. Buch. Everyone History and Pictures. What is this? It's more like a comic book than a traditional textbook. It does seem historical accurate, though. Can't hurt to give it a read. So, damit müssten wir alles gemacht haben, was uns die Bonuspunkte gibt. Natürlich noch Antworten, like Persona. We all knew this. So, mit wem wollen wir jetzt abhängen? Ich würde sagen mit Gaius, Elliot. Ja. Ich meine, wer hat meinen höchsten Link? Elliot und Eustace? Na, aber Elliot sowieso. Elliot nochmal. Boy. Gaius. No, just Gaius. Da drüben sind sie. Guten Tag, my guys. Let's study. Oh, are two of you studying military science? Looks like you guys are tearing through things too. More or less. You caught us just as we reached the section of military symbols. Care to join us? Yes. Sure, couldn't hurt. I don't know a thing about military science until we entered the academy, so I'm not feeling terribly confident. It's not as though most schools teach military minutiae alongside literature and math. We're all in the same boat here. Either way, we'll be happy to have another person to paddle. Have a seat. Then let's begin. Map marking symbols are used to represent assortment of different units and formations. This is the symbol for infantry. Okay. Reen, try the symbol for headquarters from memory. Gotcha, I'm pretty sure it's this. Guys, think you can draw the symbol for an armored troop? Sure, this should be it. Now I have a tough one for you. What does this symbol mean? That's engineer, right? You got it. Yo, there's so much to memorize for this class, and the fact that we're going in blind makes it even worse. These seem like the raw basics too. Given that not all of us will end up involved with the military, it does seem a little excessive. But bear in mind that our military science classes to teach us how to deal with harsh situations efficiently. In that sense, there's plenty to learn even if we never find ourselves on the battlefield. That's probably why it's mandatory. If it could save our lives, we owe it to ourselves to do as well. Agreed. Eustace, Gaius, and Reen stayed together for a while longer and continued to test each other in military science. Yeah! So, nächstes Library. Where are my guys? There are my guys. Guten Tag. Oh, so this is where you are. Wow, you guys study. You two don't mess around. Well, no better motivated than fear, right? Our exams start tomorrow and we've got to know our orbital science. I want to make sure I study as much as I possibly can before them. There's no such thing as too prepared. Besides, this is our last chance to get a full day of studying in. How about it, Reen? Up for one last marathon study session? Hell yeah, sure, I'll join you guys for a while. Our science isn't quite my forte anyway. In that case, let's get started with the basics. Sounds good to me. So, orbital energy is generated by septum, right? And it's different from other types of energy in that it replenishes itself over time. It's hard to imagine what life would be like without it. Orbital energy is in everything. Lighting, railways, telephones, battle armaments. That segues nicely into our next topic. Let's talk about battle armaments. The first key feature is the portability. The second is their ability to synchronize with the user, allowing them to easily use orb lords. Magic for the everyman. Feature 3 is the flexibility. A battle orbiting's capability can change dramatically based on the quartz within. The summary wouldn't have been more perfect if you read it out of the textbooks. That's all, Marcus. I can't believe you could rattle off all that without even stopping to think. But if you already have the basics down, are you just trying to help me instead of focusing on what you really need to study? No, it's not that. Reciting the information we've learned like this helps it stick in my memory. It might look flashy, but this is really productive studying for me too. Well, everyone needs a method. As I said earlier, it's not possible to be too prepared, and while we still have a lot of ground to cover in our orbital science review, I would appreciate if you would study a few others when we're done. Of course, I'd be happy to. Really? Well, thanks. Green, Marcus, and Elliot continued their orbital science studies, feeling much more confident about the exam every minute. Nicht genug für Level 3. So, who next? Wir können noch Jim, Grow, Fee und Emma, nur Tower. You know what? I have to do my boy Crow. I love him. Ah, with George. More so orbital science. Hey there, Reem, what's up? Hold on, let me guess. You were sliding away nice and diligently when your orbital lamp suddenly went out. Swing and a miss. You seem to be pretty relaxed despite how close the midterms are getting. Wait, who do you think you're talking to? I know better than anyone that it is pointless to start studying this late in the game. How's that working out for you? Crow's actually pretty good when it comes to the practical stuff. Survival skills, first aid, all those kinds of things. Really? See, all stuff you don't need to study for. But if you're feeling shaky about any of it, I'm happy to teach you a thing or two. Yeah, sure, why not? Sure, I'll take you up on that. Wait, you serious? The idea of Crow teaching anyone anything is a little unnerving. Were you just joking? Nah, it's cool, might as well show you the ropes. Cool if you borrow a chair or two, George? Go for it. And so Crow passed all of his knowledge onto Reen. That about sums up what they'll be testing you first years on. You should probably make sure you've got CPR down too. I do actually need to brush up on that. Do you think it will come up? It's only one of the most basic things anyone would expect out of a Thor student, so it wouldn't hurt to know. Right, here's how it goes. If you find someone who's collapsed, first step is checking whether or not they're conscious. If they're unconscious, it's safe to assume that they're in trouble. Next, you're going to want to shout for help. You're not going to want to try and handle this on your own, got it? The more people you have helping your gut, the better the chances are to survive. That makes sense. Next up is making sure they're breathing. If they aren't, or something is weird about the way they are, it's CPR time. This basically involves giving them the repeated combination of chest compressions and rescue breathe. You need to keep this up until the pulse and breathing return, got it? Don't give up until the very end. Understood. It does seem like the kind of person I couldn't count in a jam. I guess Josh was right about being good at practical stuff. Now all you've got to do is put that into practice. If you see a girl in need, you better get right in there. When she wakes up and sees you saved her life, instead fireworks. Your hands and lips are in the right spots already. Every time you think anything positive about you go and say something like that. Oh well, this was useful though. Thanks for taking the time to teach me. Good luck, my son. Go out there and get some good grades for me. Yeah, I love him though. It's already time to head home. I didn't even realize because of the rain. I guess I should get ready to head back to the dorms.
Excuse me? I do apologize for stopping you on a rainy day like this. Do you know if this is the building in which I might find the principal's office?
Oh, yeah, you're in the right place. His office is in the East Wing, first floor. The receptionist might have gone home already, but I can show you the way if you'd like.
Thank you for your kindness, but I couldn't possibly trouble you more than I have already. I'll be able to find the way, I'm sure. Well then, if you'll excuse me, Master Reen.
No, name.
Wait a minute. How does she know who I am?
Reen?
What's up, Elisa?
Hey there, Elisa. Heading back to the dorm?
Yep. Emma and the others are staying a little longer to cram a little more. But I figured I'm not gonna learn much more today, so I might as well call it a night and start prepping for tomorrow.
Right. Well, you're going my way, so what do you say we head back together?
Sure, okay. Hey, it's not often the two of us get to walk back to the dorms together, is it?
Well, at least I got something good out of this downpour.
Yeah. Side eye.
Is there even a filter between your brain and your mouth?
Nope.
Nah, no need for that between friends. But you're in good company. My sister's asked me that before, too.
She must be a saint to have put up with you all these years.
Yeah.
Anyway, how do you think you did on the exams?
Not sure. I gave it the best I've got. Still, I've got that nagging feeling I could have hit the books a little harder.
No, we did anything we could.
I wish I was as smart as you. Back when we took the entrance exam, only Emma and Makia scored higher than you, right?
Eustace came in a little higher than me too. Back home, I usually came in near the top in exams. I guess that goes to show that Erebonia has no shortage of smart people.
No doubt about that. Bookworms pour in here from all corners of the Empire. You said you're from Ruhr, right? Coming out on top in a city that size is still pretty impressive.
I suppose, though that was just at the Sunday school level. Aren't you curious about, my family and stuff?
You mean the mysterious Alisa R., agent of national intrigue? Well, yeah, of course I am. But you probably have good reasons for keeping it under wraps, so I don't want to pry.
It's not that major or anything, especially compared to what you and Fee have told us about yourselves.
I've never really thought my family circumstances were a big deal, though Fee's past sure came as a surprise. I wonder now, when I look at her, what her life in a Jaeger Corps must have been like.
It seems like Instructor Sarah knows more about her past than we do. Back at the entrance ceremony, I got the impression they'd met before.
Same. Oh, speaking of weird meetings, I ran into someone kinda strange earlier.
Oh?
Yeah, I was talking to her just before you called to me.
Read told Lisa about the woman in the maid uniform.
A maid who knew your name? This isn't the part where it turns out she knows you because you've tried to hit on her in town before, is it?
As if an upstanding guy like me could pull off the Casanova act. She seemed a couple years older than us, maybe 20 or so.
A maid in her early 20s.
Something wrong?
No, just thinking. There's no way it could really have been her. Mother keeps her far too busy to find the time to come here. Ahem. Anyway, maybe the upper class dorm has a new hire starting out or something? Though that wouldn't explain how she knew your name. Maybe you're just more popular than you let on.
If only.
Yep. Return. The next day, the first of 4 grueling days of midterm exams began. When did the war end? The Middle Ages War of the Lions was brought to an end by Emperor Dracus. Aber jetzt nicht, oder nicht? When did the war end? July 9.2. This should be the right answer. Mr. A wants to draw a rough, colored watercolor image. Which of the following styles would be most appropriate? Sketch. This should be the right answer. Ich denke mal Specialize. Bei so Quiz. Figure 1 depicts image information. What type of unit is currently advancing? That was the armored. Das weiß sogar ich. Ich habe aufgepasst. This should be the right answer. The following statements about armors all purport to be true. Which one is not? Allow art usage without quartz. I mean, this is just basic knowledge because we all know we need a quartz for an ornament. Should be the right answer. Okay, das meiste weiß sogar ich, ohne dass ich hier auf die Komplettlösung schaue. So von daher. One of the following laws enacted last year, which came into force first in Heimdall. Das weiß ich nicht. Das ist der Imperial Public Transportation Act. Laut Ding. Da habe ich nicht aufgepasst. So, emergency CPR is divided into roughly 4 stages. A. Check if the person's breathing. Check if the person's conscious. Perform chest compressions and rescue breath. Call for help in a loud voice. Please set these stages into the correct order. B, D, A, C. Das weiß sogar ich, weil ich das machen musste für meinen Führerschein. Genau.